Okay, so it's been a while now since I've done an EDC or a daily essentials type of video. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of the most important items I like to have with me on a day-to-day basis. Now, to me, an EDC item has to be minimal, easy to bring around, and play a huge and a versatile role in my day-to-day activities. Now, all these items you're going to see are important items to me and things that I use on a day-to-day basis. They're mostly tech items, but I've got a few of them that are just lifestyle or gear related. Kicking things off with my wallet, I'm currently using something I picked up off Amazon. It pretty much has all of the features I like having in a wallet, like quick eject and an abundance of storage compartments. The wallet itself comes in a variety of colors, but I've been drawn towards olive green of late, so I decided to pick this up in that color. As for storage, there's a total of 4 compartments in the wallet. The main one, which also has the quick eject feature, can hold up to 5 cards. Then there's 2 slots on the front side and 1 on the opposite side of the front flap. The last one is located on the back side of the wallet and is a bit roomier than the others. I use it to hold small amounts of cash sometimes when the need arises. I've only had it for about 4 months now, but so far it's been great to use on a daily basis. My only issue with it is that it doesn't have magnets on the front flap to prevent it from opening up all the time. I've got a total of about 10 cards in there right now, which I use all of the time. And the most important one of note is something I added a couple months ago called the AirCard. The AirCard is a slim Bluetooth wallet tracker about the size of a debit or a credit card, which has effectively replaced the AirTag I had in my wallet before. It's as thick as 2 cards when stacked against each other and has a really cool see-through cyberpunk design. As a tracker, the AirCard is only compatible with the Find My feature on Apple devices, which is unfortunate, but apparently they're working on something for Android devices, which should release in the near future. It's so fast and easy to set up the AirCard on the Find My app, and the process involves simply pairing the card with the app, just like you would with an AirTag, and then the tracking feature is automatically enabled from there. As for how it functions on the app, it functions pretty much identical to the AirTag with features like play sound and lost mode. Granted, the lost mode on the AirCard is a bit more advanced than what you'll get with the AirTag. If you've ever owned or currently own one of Apple's AirTags, then I'm sure you know that one of its greatest downfalls is that it only comes in one form, which isn't always ideal for every situation. In the case of any normal wallet, it's definitely not designed to fit into them without adding a noticeable bulge. Now, with the AirCard, this is much less of an issue since it's shaped like a card and fits easily into any wallet that can hold a conventional card. Besides being a great replacement for my wallet's AirTag, it also has a digital business card integrated right into it. The built-in NFC feature it comes with allows people to quickly access all of your contact information through a single portal. Setting this feature up is fast and easy, and anyone can create their own contact page with common contact information like your phone number, social media handles, and a whole lot more without any fuss. The digital business card will work with any phone that has NFC built into it, and if the phone is missing this feature, you can just scan the QR code on the opposite side of the card to access the contact page. I found that it's a great tool for wallets without a built-in tracker or for anyone seeking a digital card for sharing their contact information. For me, the biggest thing I like about it is how much better it fits into my wallet as opposed to the AirTag. As for my smartphone, I'm currently using the iPhone 15 Pro. I only decided to switch to this model for that USB Type-C port, which honestly is the only thing worth upgrading from the previous Model 4. It was definitely a reluctant upgrade for me from my 14 Pro Max. I also decided to switch from the Max model to the regular one for the small sizes. I wanted something that I could bring around with me much easily. Besides the ports, the 15 Pro also comes with a few other new features like log shooting and 4K ProRes at 60 frames per second. Both of these new features also come with a lot of restrictions, so I find myself never really using either one. I found that I'd rather just film in the normal color profile when running and gunning with the phone to avoid all of that. For me right now, the AirDrop feature and the overall effectiveness of the Apple ecosystem for my workflow are the only reasons I still use the iPhone. By now, you might be wondering what case I have on the phone. Well, it's called 121 leather case from a company called Grams 28. It's MagSafe compatible, made from leather, and fits onto the phone like a glove. The back is completely covered with snowflake leather with the exception of the raised camera bezels, which is black. The case uses a 360-degree exterior bumper made from TPE to help with drop protection up to 5 feet. So if you want something with more or better drop protection, you've got to look elsewhere. It feels amazing in the hand and offers better grip on the phone in comparison to the original titanium body of the iPhone. I'm also in love with the premium look and feel that it gives the phone after using it for a while. The type of leather it uses adapts to each user and also becomes glossy after prolonged use. There's a few other colors the case can be picked up in as well, and trust me, they all look dope and unique as well. I may end up trying out something different later in the future, but right now, I'm content with the olive green. One thing I've learned since I began using the MacBook a few years ago is that the value is not in each individual product. It's in the Apple ecosystem. If you own an iPhone and a MacBook, then you probably know by now that one of the greatest compliments to them are the AirPods. There's a few variants of them, but I have the second generation AirPods Pro with the Lightning port charging case, which I picked up last year. Before that, I never used anything in-ear for listening to audio, but now the AirPods have become an integral part of my workflow and my personal life. The reason I chose the AirPods Pro over the multitude of amazing options out there is simply because it works flawlessly within the Apple ecosystem. I mean, there's really no other alternative that will work better with Apple devices. I still use other earbuds and headsets for different reasons, but this is what I use on a daily basis and bring around with me as well. One of my favorite things to do with it is take calls for hours, especially when chatting with my family members. I also use it during my 1 to 2 hour workout sessions for bumping my favorite tracks, and it's also been amazing for on-the-go use and while traveling. To be honest, it's almost impossible for me not to have them close by at this point anymore, and I think the biggest thing for me is the sound quality I can get out of such a small device, making them great for everyday use. I'm thinking of just switching out the case for the new ones with Type-C for universal charging compatibility. Now, as for the case that I have on it, it's the same high-quality snowflake leather from the iPhones. This one's called 112 AirPods Pro case, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, especially when placed right next to the iPhone. The smartphone a person uses pretty much determines the earbuds and the smartwatch that they use as well. I mean, that's assuming you want the best compatibility and features across all three. I've had the Apple Watch Ultra since the first gen launched in 2022, but before then, I was never really a watch person. After using it literally every day since picking it up, it's become a major part of my life and my workflow. There's already a second generation of it out right now, but I didn't see a reason to upgrade yet, so I kept my first gen. Besides using it to check on the time, I also use it for controlling my smart devices, receiving notifications, setting workout timers, and a lot more. It's essentially a miniature version of my phone attached to my wrist, so I don't always need to have that in hand or even close by at all. Something else that I use the watch for is as a reminder to get up and move often every day, which is something I never really paid attention to before. Now when I get the notification to stand up, I get up and I walk, or I switch to working while standing. I also find myself using other health features on it like rings and sleep tracking. From my experience so far, the Ultra model is definitely overkill for most people, but for me, I find that it's perfect. I love the size of the screen and how the watch sits on my wrist, and also love how rugged the main body is. I've lost count of how many times I've hit this thing against a hard surface, but even till this day, it looks and it functions perfectly well. The orange action button has also been a really useful feature for me on the watch. I use it as a quick trigger for my timer, which comes in very handy a lot, especially during my workouts. I like to take advantage of the fact that the bands on the watch are replaceable, so I change my bands occasionally based on different reasons. I have a few different ones, but my favorites right now are these two. The left one is called the Cypress Sport Loop, which I picked up directly from the Apple Store and use currently with the watch on a daily basis. It's made from nylon and uses a hook and loop fastener for quick and easy adjustments. The other one is made from the same snowflake leather from the iPhone and AirPods, and I only use that on special occasions or when going out in general. Since switching from the Max model to the regular model of the iPhone, I noticed a much weaker battery performance as well, since my workflow hasn't changed, but the battery capacity is now much smaller. I like to bring a small and portable battery bank around with me for more juice when the need may arise. The one I use right now is called Snap Battery Pack from a company called Moft. It's slim, lightweight, and comes equipped with MagSafe for fast and easy attachment. It doesn't come with a large battery capacity at all, but it can provide up to an additional 50% of battery life on the 15 Pro from a full charge. The battery bank also charges fast, especially since it has a small capacity, and also offers pass-through charging, which lets you charge it at the same time as it charges the phone. There's no fancy LED screen or anything like that on it, but you do get 4 LED lights to help keep track of the battery level. I'll admit that it's not a great system for keeping track of the battery, but it does work well enough. One thing I've never really liked about my old EDC key bundle was the sound that it would make whenever the keys were moved. I decided to replace it with a key organizer I got from Orbit Key about 1.5 years ago, and this has done a way better job at keeping my keys neatly organized. It's made from durable polymer materials, and I can confirm the durability part as I've put this thing through a lot in the time I've had it, and it stayed pretty solid throughout. There's a screw for tightening the keys to keep them tidy, which does loosen up over time based on how much the keys in the bundle are being used. I'd say I usually have to tighten it around 2 to 4 times a year, depending on how much I use my keys, but that's not even remotely a problem. The organizer can hold between 2 to 7 keys, but I use it to hold 2 keys and a multi-tool. It also comes in so many different styles and colors, but I went with a simple and minimal all-black active design at the time. There's also a few add-ons that can be used seamlessly with the organizer, like the multi-tool, which has proven to be useful to me in so many unplanned situations. There's also the keyring add-on, which not only works much better than a conventional keyring, but also looks much better. The Orbit Keyring V2 can hold up to 10 keys, but I only use it to hold my car keys, an AirTag, and the organizer set. This is something I've used for a long time now and can easily vouch for based on my experience. It's an amazing product that does a phenomenal job at what it was designed for. The last essential item on my EDC list to start out the year is called 131 Essential Pouch. Now, it's also from Grams 28, and I absolutely love this thing. The quality is top tier, and the bag feels great to use in any situation. I've always struggled with keeping my daily essentials together and ready to pick up and go when needed, but that changed once I started using this. It's super compact and minimal as well, which is the opposite of what my backpack was whenever I use it for my daily carry. I find myself alternating between a few of them depending on the amount of things I need to bring with me, but the one I use on a daily basis is the 131 Essential Pouch. The reason I picked it up for my daily carry is mainly because of its size and super slim profile. On most days, I only tend to bring around a few items with me, which all fit very easily into the Essential Pouch without any issues. The bag comes with large waterproof zippers that goes almost all the way around the bag for a wide open and an easy access inside. The zipper also has 2 high quality tabs, and you can tell right away that the quality is top notch here as well. The exterior of the bag is fully leather, and the bag comes in a single color option, which is black. Inside the bag, there's a decent amount of pockets for organizing all of your things for easy access. There's a large divider with a zippered pocket separating the 2 main compartments in there, and on one side you'll find the largest pocket in the bag with 2 mesh pockets and a pen slot along one of its sides. The large area of that compartment is great for storing pretty much anything that won't fit anywhere else in the bag, while the mesh pockets do great for storing and organizing small items like the snap battery bank and earbuds. On the other side of the divider, there's a side sleeve which I use for holding my phone for quick and easy access. I love the separation that the divider creates between the 2 compartments because this allows me to easily grab items without messing up things in there. My typical loadout with it will usually look something like this: AirPods Pro and battery bank in the mesh pockets, pen in the pen slot, lip balm cache and AirTag in the zipper pocket, wallet and keys in the largest compartment, and my phone in the side sleeve. With all of these in there, I still end up with a little bit of space to work with. Something else worth noting is that the bag can be used with or without the shoulder strap, but I only use it as a crossbody bag, so the strap always stays on. Overall, it's been a great way to keep my daily essentials organized and together at all times. Anyway, that's all I've got for this one. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about any of the items I've talked about or want to share some of your favorite EDC items, go ahead and do that down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to catching you in my next video. It's Tommy, and I'm out.